only 330 miles south of where we're sitting right now, with amazing weather, beautiful beaches, a rich culture, intelligent, hardworking, amazing people, the people of Cuba. They should be living in paradise. Instead, over the last almost 6 decades, we've had selfish, power-hungry dictatorship. They have turned the island into a communist hellhole. Beginning in 1959, the Castro regime outlawed private property, confiscated hundreds of thousands of homes and farms and businesses. They nationalized all major corporations, and media outlets outlawed all dissent. They restricted air travel, and yes, they murdered or imprisoned anyone with the courage to speak out. The conditions are so bad that for over 50 years, the Cuban people have been fleeing the island in droves. Look at your screen. Look at this perilous journey. Broken down, dilapidated, rickety boats, shark-infested waters, risking their lives in makeshift rafts and inner tubes even, and literally anything that will float in the hope of making it to the shores of America and getting 1 foot on dry land. Now, today, those still living in Cuba, they face these dire conditions. Many are risking their lives this very night. Most are forced to now, imagine this, live on less than $1 a day. Food is scarce. We have the Cuban people waiting in line for hours for a government allowance. Oh, you get 5 eggs a month per person, and you get a few pounds of rice per month, along with 2 kilograms of meat every 10 days. Milk, it's only provided for pregnant women and children under 7. I'm not making any of this up. This is communism. This is a murdering communist dictatorship. Soap, toothpaste, basic medicine, even aspirin, hard to find. Building materials, even more scarce. Cuba's once great cities are now crumbling. The roads are nearly impassable. And the cars, I never saw so many 1950 models cars seemingly held together with super glue and string and, frankly, ingenuity of people that have no other choices. But believe it or not, even in Cuba today, the horse and carriage is still a widespread mode of transportation in much of Cuba. And as I point out in Chapter 4 of my book that I wrote before the election, Live Free or Die, socialism and its history of failure, whatever name, whatever manifestation, any way it's been tried, these promises are never kept. It always results in dishonesty, broken, unfulfilled promises, more poverty, not less poverty. And then when it's all said and done, how much freedom did you give up in the name of false promises of security? A case in point, Fidel Castro promised a state-of-the-art socialist utopia, a workers' paradise free of any and all outside influences. Instead, he turned this once prosperous country into a destitute wasteland, totally dependent on foreign nations. Cuba today imports almost all of its food and other basic supplies from Vietnam, South America, and yes, even the United States. In the 1960s, Cuba attempted to import nuclear missiles from the former Soviet Union, which brought the world to a brink of a nuclear war. More recently, Cuba's close ties with Russia, China, Iran, Venezuela continues to cause serious problems, specifically security problems for this country, the United States. One example, 2016, American diplomats in Havana were reportedly attacked with microwave radiation from a weapon system, guess what, deployed by Russian technology. This kind of hostile behavior from Cuba's dictatorship further isolates this island nation from the rest of the world, and it does nothing to improve the lives of the great people of Cuba. Of course, while millions go hungry, those in power, they never miss a meal. And still, amid the ongoing protests, and in spite of many efforts to prevent the world from seeing what's actually happening, Cubans aren't crying out for more food, medicine, and no Joe Biden. They're not crying out for more COVID vaccines. They are crying out for liberty and freedom. Things, as Americans, we all too often take for granted. The freedom of speech, the freedom of the press, the freedom of religion and movement, and the God-given right to pursue happiness. We believe in America were endowed by our Creator. Natural rights granted by God, endowed by our Creator. And if Joe Biden is watching, not endowed by the thing, the thing is God, the creator of everything, Joe. Now, we unequivocally support those brave men and women in Cuba tonight. They're putting their lives at risk. They're seeking liberty. They're seeking freedom. We all pray that they succeed. Now, we freedom-loving Americans, we do stand in solidarity with the people of Cuba as they are risking their lives this very night to free these great people from tyranny and poverty. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.